With the launch of the Itel P55 Plus, there are a number of things that Itel is introducing for the first time. Not that these features are new, but this is the first time we get to see them on an Itel device. The Itel P55 Plus supports 45 watt fast charging. Not only that it supports it, but they actually added a 45 watt fast charger in the box. They also break what I will call the design barrier. No matter how pretty an Itel phone look, it will always look like an Itel phone. The phone that almost broke that barrier is the Itel S23 Plus. The fact that it looks so much like an iPhone, coupled with the numerous Infinix and Tecno phones that took after that same design, made the Itel S23 Plus look just normal. When it comes to the P55 Plus, only a very few persons can tell that this is an Itel phone when they see the back design. The best part for me is that this design did not follow the iPhone clone pattern. And oh, before I forget, the price of this variant is 135,000 naira. It features a 50 megapixel main camera, 16 gig of extended RAM, and 128 gig of internal storage. A punch-hole display of 90Hz refresh rate, 5000 mAh battery, and painfully, the Unisoc T606 processor. The packaging box is the one area Itel refused to look into. Packages like this should be reserved for 70,000 naira phones. But who packaging box help? Let's see what's inside the box. The first item inside is the phone, wrapped all red. The main highlight is the 45 watt supercharge. I guess it's Itel's way of saying we have achieved a new feature. The next item is a SIM eject pin, nothing new. Next is a transparent flexible bumper case, a 45 watt charger, bigger than any previous Itel's charger, the Type-C USB cable, and finally, an earpiece. These are the usual accessories you will find in a budget phone, but you might agree that Itel has made a little improvement here.
So here's a very simple question. Should you buy the Itel P55 Plus?
Is it better than other phones in this price range? The thing is, the question is a very simple question, but the answer is not that easy. Let me give you some reasons why I might recommend this phone and some reasons why I will hold back. The design of the phone is quite unique. Even though there are phones with similar back design, the P55 Plus have this unique touch. There are two cameras at the back. One of them is the 50 megapixel sensor. The two ring-shaped camera modules have this fine golden color outer enclosure. I only wonder if this will fade with time, considering that when you place the phone on the surface, it is the module that will come in contact with the surface. The quad flashlight is bright. The downside is that the phone does not have a front flashlight. A lot of people reach out to me in the comments inquiring for charging indicator. This phone does not have a front flashlight and does not support that light that serves as a charging indicator, just so you know. The power button doubles as a fingerprint scanner and responds very well. The face unlock does recognize registered face and unlock the phone fast too. Some other devices that I have used have faster response time. But considering that both fingerprint scanner and face unlock didn't fail, not even once within the time I operated this phone, it's a plus. The device supports two SIM cards and a memory card. It supports the 3.5mm audio jack and a single speaker. Normally, I wouldn't test the loudness of an Itel speaker because they are always loud. Like, I can go to a party and leave the phone in the house, and when it rings, I will hear all the way from the party, come to the house and pick the call. But as they say, to fulfill all righteousness, let's give it a go. Finally, on the design, I don't know about you, but for me, it's a go. The next aspect of the P55 Plus is the camera. But before I talk about the camera, if you've not already liked this video and subscribed to my channel, now is a better time to do so because within this week, I will be comparing the Itel P55, P55 Plus and P55 5G. If you are subscribed to my channel, you will be sure not to miss that video. Plus, there's a very big positive adjustment that is coming to this channel starting from January next year. So why wait? Subscribe now, join me, let's start it together. A 50 megapixel sensor on a Unisoc T606 processor will always be an issue for me. If there is sufficient light and the subject is not reflective, you get a good shot. On a reflective subject, you are on your own. Portrait mode is a bit disappointing. In some cases, it does blur the background effectively, but in other cases, you will have to ask your tailor to refund you your money. On this camera, you might get double images of your subject in one picture. This happens often if you take a picture when the subject is moving. I suspect that in some phones, when you press the shutter button on the camera takes so many pictures of the subject and combine all of them to just one single picture in order to enhance the quality of that picture. I think that is one reason why we have the camera software to help us speed up this whole process without us knowing. Now, some cameras can actually take so many pictures of a moving subject and blend all of them together without you knowing that the subject is actually moving. This is not the case with the Itel P55 Plus. Actually, I don't really know if this is the problem, but from what I can see, it looks like the camera is having a blending problem. The night mode does improve the quality of pictures taken in the dark. The flashlight makes it look so much better. The video mode records in 1080 and 720 pixel resolution at 30 frames per second. The quality is not bad. For a phone in this price range, it is what we should expect. Only that, a typical 50 megapixel camera and a better processor will be better. The 8 megapixel front camera does better in video recording than in taking pictures. I might be wrong here, but you have to check it out by yourself. These are two videos recorded on the same camera. On one of the videos, I activated all the beauty levels to their maximum. Can you tell if there are any differences? This is the Itel P55 Plus, and the reason why I'm actually doing this video is that I also want you to listen and hear how the audio quality from the speaker sounds like. I think the camera is a bit clear, but the only problem I'm having is that my face is kind of too wide compared with other cameras that I've tried before. You can't focus while video recording is on. Other than this, I don't really see any other problem with the camera, but I think the whiteness in the picture is really a bit of a problem. That's it. Pictures taken with the front camera lack the usual sharpness and detail that we expect from an 8 megapixel sensor a little, but frankly, these are very useful images and very presentable. The display is a 6.6 inches IPS panel of 720 by 1612 pixels resolution. For the price, I wasn't expecting an AMOLED display, but the resolution could have been higher. What happened to 1080 by 2400 pixels? So why the screen responds so fast and scrolling very smooth because of the 90 Hz refresh rate? The display makes the phone look like a 70,000 naira device. One thing I appreciate with this display is the brightness. It is very bright, and under sunlight, I was able to see on-screen content clearly. Regarding the performance of the Itel P55 Plus, I've heard some people talk about overheating issues with the Itel P55 series. So I actually looked into this, and the first time I noticed overheating issue was while I was using the camera. I noticed that the camera area here got heat up a bit, a little above average, but kind of too insignificant to consider. So I did a whole lot of things on the phone, but nothing happened. No overheating, no battery fast drainage, and no lagging. In fact, to drain the battery from 16% to 20% was a bit of an issue for me. I did it all through the night, and it looks like the battery isn't even reducing in the first place. The last thing I did is to check how long it would take to charge the battery from 20% back to 100%, and guess how long it took? It took a little above 50 minutes to get to 100%. So we have 80% in about 53 minutes. Now, back to that simple question and not so easy answer. Should you buy the Itel P55 Plus? Ordinarily, I will choose the TechnoSpark 20 with slightly better processor for 117,000 naira. And let me also add that, just in case you intend to buy the P55 Plus or you already have it, it's a very decent device. It's not something you should regret having. The last set of phones in the Itel P series are the Itel P40 and the P40 Plus. Choose the one you want to watch. Let's review the Itel P55 5G next. Have a different opinion? Let me know in the comment section.